Bortle here at YCS Indy, my goodness, and we have here top 16 contestant. Please introduce yourself to the world.
My name is Justin Chinsky. I played Unga Bunga Tenpai, and I got top 16 somehow.
What made you decide to play Tenpai for the event, man?
I didn't want to think. That's pretty much the start and the end of it.
Perfect. Any shout outs before we begin?
Shout out to Columbus, shout out Kuklok, everyone who joined with me on the trip, and let's get right into it.
Okay, sweet. Without further ado, please show us the top 16. Only Tenpai.
Only Tenpai, that's right.
There you go.
All right, for the Tenpai stuff, it's nothing special. It's just 3 Pydra, 3 Chundra, 2 Fadra, 3 Summoning, Terraforming, Set Rotation, and the 3 Kaiman. I did end up siding out one of this a lot, going second. It really sucks to draw a lot of the time, but other times you do need 2 in deck, especially when going first. And then I do play with the set rotation, I play the Pressured Planet and 2 Fenrir. These cards were really, really good. They just force out so much stuff, and then that just lets your Tenpai stuff go through and you just OTK them.
Did the set rotation ever kind of break if you already had the planet? Or?
Well, it's actually funny. So I played against Pearly. I activated Pressure Planet. He used Noir to shuffle it back. I chained Droplet, setting a card from hand. He chains it again. And then I used set rotation, gave him that Pressured Planet that I'd already used, and gave myself the Sangan Summoning. So that was pretty cool.
That's insane.
I had decided set rotation out a lot. Going second, it was kind of just a 41st consistency card, but it was fine. And then just 3 Prosperity for consistency. Get to your side deck cards. Should be banned. And then the non-engine, got 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Ogre, 3 Imperm, 3 Droplets, 3 Crossout, and the Duster. The hand traps were fine. They're good into pretty much anything. Droplet is really, really good. Especially against like Snake Eye, Voiceless Voice, all those decks. You can kind of just let them combo. You just Droplet their whole board and OTK them. Crossout in the main was something I was kind of waffling on, but it was really, really good. They would kind of think that they can just hand trap my one play after I force out everything else, and I just chain Crossout, and they kind of just lose the game.
You did mention 41 cards?
41, yep.
Okay, respect.
Like the Duster or the set rotation are kind of like the 41st card. I just thought they were fine. The deck's consistency isn't that bad. So. And then for the extra deck, have 2 Bidents for the 7s, Kui Bolt, Meteor Burst, Moonlight, and Black Rose. I did not summon any of these. I summoned.
You didn't nuke no fields this weekend?
I did not, honestly. It kind of doesn't really come up a lot because you want to keep the guys on board to attack in the battle phase. Obviously, Biden's main part of the OTK combo, and then Kui Belt's just a kind of neat card for some simplified game states. It works with the field spell. So when this card's summoned, that just pops a card on the field, so you can pop your own summoning, and this just gives double attack to any dragon synchro. So even if this is the only one on your board, you can just double it to 5k, and often that can be enough to make the difference for game. So for the 7s. And then for the 10s, we have 2 Transcendence and Dragion. The second one of this is really only for Kashtira Unicorn. I just don't want to get into a scenario where I hand trap them and they just rip the only copy of this out of my extra deck. It never came up, but I think it was still fine. There is a card that I wish I had played along with the 10s, and I'll mention that when I get to the links. So for the links, Seals, best end board card. It just sits there and your opponent has to kind of think a lot about how they want to deal with it. Striker, SP. I never summoned Striker. I did summon SP a couple times. Solid. And then I played Hida, Princess, and Raging Phoenix. I think this card should have been Ruddy Rose Dragon, the level 10 synchro that just banishes everything from grave. Those are a scenario where I couldn't OTK Snake Eye player. If I was able to just summon that, get original and everything out of graveyard, I probably would have been in a better position in that game. Honestly, I only summoned Hito once, and I don't think I summoned Princess a single time either. So I also didn't get deburied a lot, so that probably factored into that. These do come up when you do get deburied. And then for the side, we have 3 debarrier for the mirror and branded, which I played 0 of. So I really only sided this in as a crossout target. And I think the only time I drew it as the crossout target, and it was totally dead, but I would still play it again. That's just the best card in the mirror and branded, which is one of your worst matchups, and Voiceless Voice as well. That deck's pretty hard for this one to beat, because if you let them go first, the Omni Negate plus Sariavis is really hard to break. 3 Book of Eclipse. It's kind of along those lines of the D-Bear. It's solid into the matchups that this deck struggles with. Voiceless Voice and branded. Didn't really see it that much. The one time I did, it got Forbidden Lanced by a Exosister player, so that was crazy. Best card. Every time I drew it, I won the game instantly. There's an argument to main decking it, but it does kind of make things weird when it comes to completing the OTK under it. If they have like any kind of interruption, it can make it like really difficult to actually end the game. And I prefer just having my engine be as strong as possible game 1. But obviously I was siding this in pretty much every game 2 and 3 against any deck that it was good against. 3 Cosmic, kind of similar shifter. I was pretty much putting this in against everything. It has applications into every matchup. And if you do have to go first, it's a pretty good card to put in to interrupt the field spells or continuous stuff that your opponents are trying to use. And then Change of Heart and Mind Control. I wished I had seen these cards more. I just think they're really good into simplified game states. Like against Snake Eye, if you hand trap them once and you just take the Appaloosa, you usually will be able to just kill them. So I suppose maybe I should have played more than 1 Mind Control, but you also don't really want to brick on them either. So. And then last card was Magnamut. I didn't main it because it conflicts with the Fenrir. If you don't play Fenrir, I would definitely main deck this. It's just another way to engine and can potentially be an interruption against your opponent. Against Snake Eye, just hit the IP out of graveyard or anything like that. And then that's the last card.
Sweet. Well, hey man, congrats on top 16. Hopefully you get there again.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Until next time, everyone. Bortle out.